These folks got to hear this shit, Saucy.
I get fall into no trap. Please don't ask me for no hangout on the text, won't answer back. I work hard to be on top, dodging the fall like my ex. I wake up in different places, different cars, get different sex. Really don't play about this shit no more. Fuck what they doing, we ain't losing. I just changed the closet, up the trip, that's super stupid. Been this booming, I just laugh when they think I make this on music. Hated on me the whole time, congratulate me like they know it. Boys around me had the way out, had to get it on my own. Niggas ain't give me shit, no food up in my plate, not even a bone. Blood get caught up just like ops if he switching and moving wrong. My brody got shot by his blood, that's why I always move along. Those enemies ain't fought, them boys is close. If I see that you jealous, I don't want you close. If you telling the bitch, we know you a hoe. They say that they die for you, promise they won't. Them niggas ain't down, them niggas ain't low. Soon as you fall, them boys gon' go. Respect for your bitch, they gon' take where you go. I only stay down for me and I go for me, cause it's only one name on the song. Come out when they be mad, I know they be hating. Only worry about the business they pay me. Money for when I'm sleeping. I gotta get to the check, secure the bag. Fuck it, they hate, fuck it, they mad. Love ain't real, it come with a tag. I get falling for no track. Bitch don't ask me for no hangout on the text, won't answer back. I work hard to be on top, dodging the fall like my ex. I wake up in different places, different cars, get different sex. Now they give me my respect. Did this shit all alone, they try to help and I neglect. We both sides parted ways, but my foot stood up on their neck. I was blinded by the blood, I never do that shit again. It's hard for me to trust, I don't love bitches, don't do friends. Hidden agendas, you ain't my homie, you a pretender. They tell it to the gram, never to me, I don't.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night, man. I'm feeling extremely blessed, man. I wasn't able to make no videos today because, in all honesty, man, I've been hella busy. I got somebody fighting in the Golden Gloves this Saturday, so I just been making sure everybody is well prepped for that situation. You know what I mean? And I got tons of other fighters that I work with as well, and I had got caught up with my day job. And to be honest with you, man, I feel like I've really spoke about every topic that's currently relevant in boxing right now. So as a content creator, it gets kind of difficult to find things to speak about that my audience actually wants to hear. But just looking at my subscribers right now, man, I think we hit that 1,800 mark, man. I think we hit that 1,800 mark, man. Yo, shout out to the nation and the mob, man. Yo, shout out to the nation and the mob. We hit the 1,800 mark. I mean, we hit that pretty quickly too, man. So shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible, man. I appreciate everybody that came together to make this possible and just, sticking by me and just appreciating the content, man. It is very much appreciated. Yo, we still on the road to 2K, like Mazuma TV clip said right here. 2K soon. That's a fact. You see what I mean? And we're going to continue pushing forward. You know what I mean? Slowly but surely. You feel me? Boxing Film says, what happened on your Instagram story? That's something personal that's going on that I really don't want to discuss on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's like a real personal issue. That particular person, is a thief. You know what I mean? Just to keep it short and sweet. Like he was a thief and he stole from people that was close to me. You know what I mean? And what hurts more than anything is that I grew up with this dude, man, somebody that, I was real cool with, had a lot of cool memories with. Turned out that, he got some snakish ways about him. You know what I'm saying? And, I adjusted because I can't find the man on social media or anything like that. But I know that there's people that follow me that know him. So, I had to address that real quick, and it is what it is. Whatever come from it. I ain't tripping. No, I mean, yo, bro, if I'm posting it on social media, then, if somebody asks about it, then, I got to address it. But it is what it is. Ain't nothing serious for real. We'll get to it when we get to it. I ain't tripping at all. But, yo, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. We got 7 people in the building. If y'all can hit the like button as soon as you come in, it is very much appreciated. Just hit that like. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, man. You know that before I get into it, bro, it just I don't know what the age group is like in this chat right now, like amongst who I'm talking to. But I'm 26 years old, right? I just turned 26 in January, and I'm starting to come to that realization that the people that you grew up with, man, a lot of them not gonna stick by you when you reach your older years. You know what I'm saying? These same people, okay, boxing film 16, see, so I got 10 years on you. So you currently you were, I'm assuming you were a sophomore, you were a junior in high school. And when you're at that stage in life, man, that's when you really start to develop good relationships with friends and stuff like that. You might have a friend or two that you've known since middle school and stuff like that. Then you also have friends that was cool with you because at that point in time you're having to be close. But once you transition over to high school and people go to different high schools and shit like that, y'all drift apart. The same thing typically happens in adulthood when you graduated high school, you graduated college, whatever the hell you're doing, and now you might have a girl or something, and now you're in the process of creating a family, and they may be doing the same thing. Y'all might drift away, y'all might grow apart as a result. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, bro. Like the people that I done grew up with had crazy memories with them, been through things with. They just grow older and they become totally different people. You know what I mean? It's like that person that you really thought would be your homie forever just turn into a snake, bro. Like it's crazy how that shit worked. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, bro, like what the fuck like happened with you? You see what I mean? So that's something that I was talking about, and a lot of things are unforgivable. There's some people that say forgive and forget and shit like that, bro. I'm one of them type people that, I rarely forgive. I rarely forgive, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that I gotta work on personally. You feel me? I just feel like once you do some shit that, go against the grain, or I feel like it's disrespectful to me, there ain't no turning back from that. That's just me though. I don't know. Like Rick Ross got an album called God Forgives, I Don't. I feel it heavy. I feel that heavy. You see what I mean? But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Boxing Film, Mazuma TV Clips, Dabrowski. You 22 years old. Okay, so we're around the same age group for the most part. Shout out to my boy Lorenzo in the building, man. We definitely gonna get this thing popping, man. We're gonna speak about Devin Haney on his road to Undisputed, and Teofimo Lopez caught cherry picking, man. You can't make this shit up. This is not me making things up. I'm not pulling things out of thin air. This is things that I've been seeing on social media. And since, like I said, since I done touched on a lot of topics, you know what I mean, on YouTube, and pretty much talking about everything that was relevant. We just gonna chop it up, man. You know what I mean? I'm also gonna put my link on here if anybody wants to come on and chop it up with your boy. Because lately I've been doing a lot of solo shit. You know what I mean? I currently got something in the works. I got a big interview in the works, man. Just pray for me. And, I ain't gonna put it out there. You know what I mean? Last time I said that, I brought Bomac on the channel. You feel me? So I got another big interview in the process of being made right now, man. Shout out to Michelle Rosado for aka Raging Babe for being my connect and making up things a lot easier. You know what I mean? In terms of making big interviews happen. I think this is gonna be my best interview yet. I'm gonna be extremely well prepped for this interview. You see what I mean? So be on the lookout for that one, man. You just gotta be patient with me. In the meantime, let's just talk this boxing. Not necessarily boxing film. It's not really holding a grudge. It's not necessarily holding a grudge. It's just like when certain situations happen. Now, there's some things that I can let go. Like if we have an argument or something, that's cool. I'm not the type that really be mad that long anyway. I might be heated for a slight moment, and then, it's just real easy for me to like forget about that and just worry about other things. I'm a busy man. I got a lot of shit in front of me. I can't take too much time out of my day to be pressed on an argument that I just had with somebody. But I'm saying when you go against the grain, when you do things that's like completely disrespectful, and you to the point where I start to really feel like I'm getting a good feeling of what your true character is, and I feel like it could be hurtful to me and my future and what I might got going on. Because I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Like I'm one of them type people that once I get to a certain place, it's hard to reverse from. It's hard to get out of that situation. Like I'm one of them type dudes that like if I see red, it's a bad jump. You know what I'm saying? And that shit could put my freedom on the line and all types of shit, bro. I've already been in a few situations so far that law enforcement had to get involved and all types of shit, bro. I don't want to see anything past what I currently got going on. So, um, you know what I mean? If I feel like you could be something that could possibly fuck up my life, or you making me question whether my freedom is worth losing or not, then I got to get you the fuck up out of here. You got to stay away from me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. He said, "What's up with the Boost interview?" Bro, that I'm gonna chalk that up to being my fault, man, because I had spoke with Boots, and we did like a salute to Philly Boxing Awards ceremony and shit like that, and I was talking to him, and I wanted to get a quick interview with him right there, right away, but he said he had a lot going on. You know what I mean? There was a lot of people coming up to him, taking pictures and shit like that. I'm not the type dude that's gonna be on no groupie shit and be like, yo, bro, like let me. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I see Boots a lot of the time. You know what I mean? He be supporting Philly fighters a lot. I be at a lot of Philly events. So I do see him. I see him pretty often, in all honesty. Um, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, our schedules aren't really um anywhere near similar. You know what I'm saying? Like he goes to the gym at a particular time. I go at the gym at a much later time. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Let's get him up out of here. Thank you. But yeah. Shout out to my boy YSM Sports Media, Jamil Parker, and all that. Let's get into the boxing talk, man. I don't want to. People gonna be like, man, you're not even talking boxing. I'm out of here, man. So let's get to the boxing talk. So I was on social media, you know what I'm saying, just keeping up, trying to see what's going on with the boxing news and shit like that. Just trying to find something to really talk about. And I had seen from one of I'm trying to pull this up for y'all so y'all can see it. You know what I mean? And Devin Haney had put up a post on social media on Instagram. And this was what Devin Haney posted on social media. This was on his Instagram story not too long ago. This was actually a few hours ago. And he shows all the champions that are currently at 140 pounds himself, Teofimo Lopez, Subriel Matias, along with the new WBA champion, Isaac Cruz. And right by that picture, he puts the bowling emojis. You know what I mean? So I know exactly what he's saying by that. He's saying, like, he going to knock him down. You see what I mean? So I remember there was a point in time where Devin Haney had said something along the lines of he wasn't really particularly interested in becoming undisputed at 140 pounds. He felt like he did that already. He felt like he didn't have anything to prove going into this new division, and that he was willing to go up to 147 in his next bout after Regis Prograis. However, I don't know exactly what happened. I guess we could speculate all we want and shit like that, whatever the case is. But now he's had a change in heart. You know what I mean? Just like Terrence Crawford had a change in heart and fighting Canelo Alvarez. He said no at first, but then, he spun the block and was like, yeah, I'll fight him type shit. Devin Haney has had a change in heart and becoming undisputed at 140. So it seems like that's his new goal now. Now, I think what really changed his mind about becoming undisputed at 140 is just recognizing the talent that's around the Matchroom Boxing stable. You see what I mean? Particularly the new signing of Subriel Matias. You see what I mean? He does a lot of business with Eddie Hearn. They're pretty good partners at this point in time. Eddie Hearn has been, treating these fighters well in terms of keeping them active and shit like that. So I see why Devin Haney has been teaming up with him. And Eddie Hearn's one of them type dudes where he don't really feel like he needs to sign you in order to make some money off of you. You see what I mean? Like he's collabed with a lot of fighters without really going out of his way to try to sign them. Like most notably, Canelo Alvarez. You know, it seems like they do things fight by fight, and they got a good understanding from there. And I've never seen Eddie Hearn lock Canelo down into a contract. Same thing with Mikey Garcia. When Mikey Garcia was out here shaking and moving at 40 and 47 and shit like that, him and Eddie Hearn had a good little partnership where, you know, Mikey Garcia was allowed to do what he wants, but he was able to come back to Eddie Hearn and get some good fights going for a good amount of money. So it seems like that's the same direction that Devin Haney is going in at this time. You see what I mean? So I think that he's seen with Subriel Matias going into the Matchroom stable that he looks at this as an opportunity to possibly unify. I think that he understands there's a lot of depth in his division. And, you know, in boxing, the deeper the division, the more competitive the division is, the more money that you could probably make from that division. Because, you know, these fighters can come out here and be like, oh, this fighter don't bring nothing to the table. They can say that shit all they want. But the fights that are heavily demanded by the fans are typically the fights that generate a lot of revenue. Why? Because the consumer, being the boxing fans, are the ones that are going to be putting their money up. And if you got a good amount of fans putting money up, that equates to big paydays. You see what I'm saying? So I think Devin Haney's seen a reason to stay at 140. And in all honesty, man, 147 isn't really the division that it used to be because a lot of them welterweights there have either retired or moved up in weight as a result. You see what I mean? It seems like the only elite guy that has stood at 147 at this time is Jaron Ennis. You see what I mean? Keith Thurman's injured, but he's been extremely inactive, basically retired. Sean Porter retired. Earl Spence moved up. Crawford is damn near a 154-pounder. You know what I mean? He should be vacating the belts at any time now. So who's left? Mario Barrios, Cody Crawley. Like, these guys aren't really anybody notable at this point in time. Rashidi Ellis, he's been inactive since he got cooked by Vila. Romain Vila somewhere still recovering from that Jaron Ennis ass whooping. So it's like, what is it that's really popping at 147? So Devin Haney probably looked at it as like, I might as well stay at 40 because, you know, I could probably get a couple more dollars here than the 147 division. You see what I mean? Boxing Film says, Mazuma, do you think about boxing news every day? I mean, for the most part, yeah, because that's what I come on here to speak about. You know what I mean? I post videos every day pretty much. There's not many days where I don't post at all. I'm pretty consistent for the most part. So whenever I, you know, get the time to make these videos, yeah, I'm going online and I'm checking Boxing Scene. I'm checking Boxing News 24. I'm checking these boxing editors on Twitter and Instagram, ESPN Ringside. I'm checking all these different platforms just to see exactly where the boxing world is currently at and what's worth speaking about. You know, because I could go the hardcore boxing route and talk about fights that, you know, only going to do like 50 to 75 views on YouTube. Or, you know, I could talk about what a lot of people resonate with, which is the popular fighters and, you know, get some recognition and get a lot of views and stuff from there. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, yeah, I do think about boxing news every day. I'm at the boxing gym practically every day. So it's hard to escape boxing in itself. Like, that's my career. You know what I'm saying? T says he doesn't believe the Undisputed run. Eddie hinted in an interview he would move. I mean, it's possible. It's still an option, but, you know, one of the latest interviews that he had with Fight Hub TV, I believe, he said that, you know, he's going for Undisputed at 140. At one point in time, he wasn't interested, but now he is. So like I said, we'll just have to see exactly what's going on with that. I don't think Haney can last at 140 weight-wise. He's going to struggle big time if he plans to stay for a couple of fights. Well, I think what Devin Haney is currently going through right now, I think that right now he has that extra 5 pounds to lose, right? I think that, and based off of the interviews that he's been having and the episodes that I've been seeing on Devin Haney TV, it seems like at this point in time, he's not having real trouble cutting weight. And one of the reasons why I know that, you know, it was 2 things that he had showed me that, well, 3 things that he showed me that lets me know that he's not really struggling with the weight cut. For the most part, he's training 3 times a day. You know what I mean? Now, if you're cutting a massive amount of weight and you're trying to avoid burnout, you shouldn't be training 3 times a day. So if you're training 3 times a day, it's most likely because you have the energy to do so. Number 2, he says that he sparred 13 rounds recently. You know what I mean? Which is a lot of rounds to get in one sparring session. So, his energy is there. What was the last one? Shit. He was saying how he actually has days. He actually has rest days now. You know what I mean? And it was plural rest days. Now that I remember, and I've heard from people that have been around Devin Haney that when he was struggling to get down to 35, he couldn't really afford to take many rest days or any rest days at all due to the fact that he was cutting so much weight, or the weight cut was so hard for him at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? So, it's only an additional 5 pounds, but that 5 pounds could save him a whole lot of trouble. You feel what I mean? So, Devin Haney, I think right now he's making 40 pretty easy, but he is a kid. At the end of the day, he's still a young kid, just like myself. You know what I mean? And his body is still growing. His body is still maturing. So it may be very possible that he only has like a year or 2 left in the 140-pound division. But right now, it seems like he's okay. That's what I've noticed. He seems okay right now. Now, this could change. This could definitely change. I'm not leaving that out of the equation. You might be right, Mazuma TV clips. But as of right now, based off of my observations, I think he's all right. You know what I mean? Boxer Film says, do you think Haney stands a chance against Boots? No, I don't think so. I think that he'll be undersized. I think that he'll be outskilled. I think that all around the board, Jaron Ennis is better than Devin Haney. Now, Devin Haney is more accomplished. He has the better resume. These are things that we do know. We are not disputing who's more proven or who has the better accolades at this point, because Devin Haney has done some better things. You see what I mean? Like Jaron Ennis, he picked up the IBF world title, but he hasn't even defended it yet. Meanwhile, Devin Haney has, he became undisputed. He's a 2-division world champion. You know what I'm saying? So, he got some heavy things on his resume that Jaron Ennis is still working towards. But in terms of skill set, size, just all around game, intelligence, I don't think Jaron Ennis and Devin Haney are in the same playing field. And I think they know that too. You know what I mean? Because when Devin Haney was speaking about the 147 division, he never mentioned Jaron Ennis' name. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Southpaw said you switched on him for Bill Haney. Bro, that's old news. That's yesterday's paper, my brother. That's not something that we really going to engage or even speak about. But just to keep things short and sweet, I'm not a yes man for no fucking body. You know what I mean? I don't know Bill Haney. You know what I mean? He came on my channel one time. Haven't spoke to that man since then. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not the one that stopped talking to Southpaw. Yeah, I mean, he stopped talking to me. So if anybody switched, it was him. You feel me? He got my number. He know how to get in touch with me. You feel me? So I ain't switch on nobody. You know what I mean? We just wants to see an eye to eye in a conversation. And as a result, he stopped speaking to me. So what type of, so who's really the one that switched up? The one that was mad, the one that took an immature approach and got mad because we didn't agree on the same thing, that I wasn't a yes man for him, or somebody who, sticking to who he is, you know what I mean, keeping things a buck and just keeping shit moving forward. You know what I mean? He's had a lot to say about me. He's been throwing a lot of shots at me on his lives and shit like that, which is weird. You know what I mean? You bringing up the idea of me being a good father, bro. You don't even fucking know me outside of YouTube. So, I am a great father for the most part. You know what I mean? But you don't even know me like that to even make those types of assumptions. You speaking about me as if you know me personally. You don't fucking know me. You feel me? So stop speaking on my whole idea of being a father and shit like that, bro. Just take my dick out your mouth. Simple and plain. Y'all can screen record that, send that shit over to him. Straight like that. You feel me? But Boxing Film says Boots fighting once a year is cruel, man. So much talent on that kid. That's a fact. You know what I mean? That's a fact. Yeah, rest days matter, Teach. If you can actually get some rest days in, then you're not really struggling that much in all honesty. But yeah, Boots is going. It's a mixture of like unfortunate events, you know, in his career. Whether we talking about his promoter slash manager passing away at Cameron Duncan, you know, uh, having opponents pull out and not really wanting to fight him. Mario Barrios pulled out, talking about he had a kid on the way, and they had to postpone that to May 4th. And then all of a sudden the IBF steps in and was like, yo, Cody Crawley's mandatory. So now he has to pull out from that Mario Barrios fight and then pursue the Cody Crawley thing. Meanwhile, he's in court right now dealing with trying to get himself out of this deal. It's a lot of shit, bro. It's a lot of shit that Boots is dealing with at once. But I'm sure once he gets this court thing, and from what I've been hearing some positive things in terms of, you know, getting through that process. Boots should be active. You know what I mean? Now, where Boots goes from here, I'm not sure. You know, I see that he's pretty loyal to Steven Espinoza and stuff like that. So maybe he'll stick on the PBC side over there on Amazon and, you know, get shit popping over there. But if we really look at Jaron Ennis's options, man, I know it's gonna sound crazy. You know, I don't really rock with this dude at all, but I do think, me personally, I do think that Eddie Hearn will be a good direction for Boots to go in right now. You see what I mean? I think that Eddie Hearn will be a good choice for Jaron Ennis right now. If he wants activity, you know what I mean? If he wants to get some good things going in his career, if activity is the main thing he's looking for, Eddie Hearn gonna make sure you get there. And then on top of that, he could get you some good fights. Now, if you do a deal with Eddie Hearn, he'll line up Conor Benn for you. Trust me. You know, Conor Benn can't fight in the UK right now. You see what I mean? So he's gonna have to continuously fight in the States. What big fight is he gonna get in the States that's gonna generate revenue? Jaron Ennis. You see what I mean? At 147, the only fight that'll make a lot of sense financially in the States, you know what I mean, is Jaron Ennis. Who else at 147 will Conor Benn fight that he could make a lot of money off of? It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I see people like Teats talking about Jaron Ennis should move to 154. I've thought about that as well. You know what I mean? You already got a world title technically. It's written in the history books. You know what I mean? You got a title at 147. It seems like that undisputed shit may take a long time. You know what I mean? So you might as well, but there's plenty of opportunity at 54 on the PBC side. So why not explore that? Tim Tszyu, who said that he would fight you. Sebastian Fundora, Erickson Lubin, Jesus Ramos. Bro, it's so much smoke at the 154-pound division. You might run into Earl. If you make the right moves. You play them cards right. You might run into a Earl Spence fight before he out of boxing. You see what I mean? Mazuma TV Clip says, you think Boots could accumulate to 154 quickly? Hell yeah. Yo, listen, Boots is a big dude, bro. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, I got pictures with him. Let me see if I got it right here. I took a picture with him and Jared Anderson a couple months ago. They signed one of my boxing gloves. I don't know if I showed y'all a while back. I don't remember. Let me see. Let me see some. But what I'm trying to say is, hold on, let me see if I got that picture. Nah, it seems like I deleted it. But, you know, Jaron Ennis is a big dude now. I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9". My weight right now, bro, I'm a little bit heavier than usual. Probably between like 175 and 180. Boots is like a good 5'10", 5'10 and a half. And I know he walks around pretty heavy, but it don't even look like he really adds on any weight. You see what I mean? So He's a huge welterweight. It's surprising how easy he makes 147. In all honesty, it might be just some great genetics that he has, great work ethic. I don't know what it is. But at 154, he would acclimate to that weight class pretty easy. Pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't think many 154s are going to have like a significant like size advantage against him. You might have a significant height advantage like Sebastian Fundora or something, but size advantage, I've been next to some 154 dudes before. They won't really have nothing against Jerron Ennis right now. It was like when Devin Haney was a 135. Like I knew that he would acclimate to 140 pretty quick because of his frame. I knew that even if he moved up to 140, he'd be bigger than a lot of them dudes. Now, look at Devin Haney at 140 right now. Look at the people that's around him. How many of them are bigger than him? I don't think Teofimo bigger than Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Regis didn't look bigger than Devin Haney. So not to change the subject, but what's the Haney Garcia undercard looking like? That's a great question. But let me grab my charger right here so my laptop won't die. That's a really good question, my brother. I'm gonna pull that up on BoxRec right now. I have no idea what the undercard is looking like. I know that Arnold Barbosa's on there, but that's all I can really tell you right now. Shit, my fault. I got everything dying right now. My phone, laptop, all that shit. You think Abdullah Mason is where? Abdullah Mason's on a Golden Boy undercard? Abdullah Mason's a top ranked fighter. No, they're not gonna allow him on a Golden Boy card for what? Unless he's fighting a Golden Boy fighter. That don't really make sense. Let me see. Let's check it out. Because BoxRec should have some information on that right now. Let's see. Event. Oh shit. On BoxRec, it's only showing Devin and Ryan. It's not showing any event details on BoxRec. That's pretty interesting. Let's Google this right here. Let's see what the people know. Belfast boxer Sean McComb. Okay, let's check Bet 365 because they said they had some information on the undercard. Let's see. Bro, on Bet 365, it says Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, Arnold Barbosa versus to be announced. Bro, where the fuck is the information? Okay, let's check the zone. The zone. Come on. Bro, on the zone, it says Ryan Garcia versus Haney fight card. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Bro, what the fuck is going on, bro? Why is there no information? Shout out to my boy G-Bo. What up? What up? Mason is fighting. What is going on? Abdullah Mason is fighting? It says next fight April 13th. He fighting He's fighting on the 13th. He's fighting the week before. He's fighting the week before Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. So that's cap. Amari Jones is signed with DHP from what I believe. So it's not far-fetched to say that he's on the undercard. That's usually what Devin Haney does. That's typically what fighters do when they have their own promotion running the card. They have their fighters on the undercard. That's what Earl do. You know what I mean? That's what Danny Garcia used to do. It's pretty typical. So if Amari Jones is signed with DHP, then he should be on the card. Yeah, Abdullah Mason is fighting at Corpus. I don't even know how to say that shit. Corpus Christi. I was about to say Crispy. That's crazy. Corpus Christi, Texas. Yeah, I think he's fighting on that Jared Anderson undercard. That's a fact. Yeah, Abdullah Mason would be fire on a Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia undercard, but him being a top-ranked fighter and this being a DHP Golden Boy event, it don't really make sense. That's why I knew for a fact that wasn't true, and this is why Shakur Stevenson had really frustrated me because he was talking about, yeah, man, I'll substitute. You know what I mean? And he was saying this like when there was 4 weeks left in the fight. Oh, I'll substitute. Make the fight happen. Send the contract and all this shit. And I'm like, bro, this is a Golden Boy event, right? In association with DHP Promotions. You are not your own boss. You are not sitting down at the table when they bringing up your fights and shit like that. You are with Top Rank and another promoter. I forgot his name. You have two promoters, bro. Why the fuck would Oscar De La Hoya, who's looking at, all honesty, to overthrow Devin Haney so they could benefit from it and continue to and move along with the WBC super lightweight title? Why would they give a top-ranked fighter an opportunity on their card to defeat somebody when they literally have a 140 dude as the co-main event locked in, ready to go? You think they're going to give that opportunity to a top-ranked fighter that they have no business with, or somebody under their promotional banner that they have all the business with? You see what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck does that, like, Shakur just be clout chasing, bro. That boy is a clout baby. Like, he just loves just talking. You know what I mean? Just a real attention-seeking dude. Mark, off topic, but am I the only one that the Rolly fight reminded me of Wilder versus Parker fight? Both Wilder and Rolly were approaching like they were boxers. Rolly is not a boxer. Both are brawlers. I understand what you mean. You know what I mean? But I do think that the Wilder situation was a little bit more shocking because we were under the assumption that, Wilder was going to be himself. You know what I mean? Find that right hand and knock Joseph Parker out. I think a lot of people really thought that this was going to happen. Rolly Romero, on the other hand, it seems like everybody was convinced that Pitbull was going to fuck Rolly up, and that's what happened. You know what I mean? So I feel like what happened with Rolly wasn't necessarily an upset, but the Wilder one was. You know what I mean? There was people that was talking about Wilder was going to make it out in 4 rounds, and this might be another first-round knockout. You see what I mean? So, I do think that I understand what you're saying, but I think that the Wilder one was actually more upsetting, in all honesty. It was more disappointing. You feel me? So, yeah. The Bohachuk versus Mendoza fight reminded me of Callum Smith versus Beterbiev. Yeah, man, but Callum Smith ain't make it out. Mendoza made it out. He just took a lot of punishment. Bohachuk is a problem. You know what I mean? He's definitely a problem. In all honesty, man, Bohachuk may have been a tougher opponent stylistically than Tim Tszyu for Sebastian Fundora. So it might have been a blessing in disguise that he was able to get Bohachuk out of the way and take on Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu is more calculated than Bohachuk. Bohachuk is just nonstop, bro. He lets his hands go a lot more than Tim Tszyu. You know what I mean? Tim Tszyu definitely got some pop, but it just looked like Bohachuk got a different type of power. You see what I mean? Mendoza is a fucking warrior, bro. He got the brakes beat off of him, and bro, he even hurt Bohachuk at the end of the fight, bro. I think it was like the 10th or the 11th round. He clipped Bohachuk, but Bohachuk recovered like this, which let me know that that dude was in pretty good shape. Because when you have great conditioning, you could literally get rocked and within seconds come right back into reality. You see what I mean? So shout out to Bohachuk, man. He could actually do some things at 54 for sure, for sure. But let's get into, I spoke on the Devin Haney situation. So let's talk about Teofimo Lopez, man. Now, I am going to try to give Teofimo Lopez daddy a call again. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give him a call again and see what's going on with him because, he still has yet to answer my phone calls, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't rocking with that. I don't know what's up with Junior. I mean, he act like he too good to, speak to Mazuma TV, and I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I got a real problem with this man. Like, I don't know what type time he on, bro. So we gonna figure this out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this man another call. You feel me? And let's see if he actually answers this phone.
Yes, hello, how you doing? This is Junior with the high school diploma program. Please text me or leave me a message. I'll get back to you.
This dude, high school diploma program, bro. Your son is a multi-division world champion. Wow. Okay. I mean, Teofimo Senior don't want to hit me back, man. It's all good. You see what I'm saying? It's all good. He think he too good. Think he too good for your boy. You see what I mean? But it's all right. It's all right. You said Zoo beats Ortiz. I gotta see more of I don't know if you're referring to Virgil Ortiz. That'll be a fucking banger. That's all I know. That's all I know. That fight ain't going 12. Somebody getting clipped. And Virgil Ortiz, that boy got some bad intentions behind them punches, bro. Whew, I would love to see that fucking fight, bro. I would love to see that fight. For sure. Mendoza doesn't like the pressure style. He has trouble with it. He kept getting caught in tight spaces. I was like, bro, stay off the ropes. What are you doing? Yeah, I think that he's the one that's typically the one walking people down and, being the one that's aggressive. So typically, I mean, based off of that, he might be the one that's, when he goes on the back foot, he loses sight of himself. He might have a little bit of trouble. But, besides, there's only been a few fights that I've actually watched closely of Brian Mendoza, so I'm not going to really give you like a thorough breakdown of him because I haven't seen too much of him. Shout out to my boy Singh with the $5 super chat. He says, how do you think Boots does against Erislandy Lara? That's interesting, man, because, Erislandy Lara is no longer at the 154-pound division. So you're talking about a 2-weight class move up. But if you're just referring to the style matchup, it depends on what Erislandy Lara we talking about. Now, if we talking about the Erislandy Lara that is right now, the 40-year-old Erislandy Lara who's adopted more of a flat-footed style and just, being just an efficient, accurate power puncher, sitting down on his punches, I think that Jaron Ennis would, beat him. I think that he'll outwork him. I think that he'll be too fast for Erislandy Lara. And, would just overwhelm him. That's just what I think at this point in time for Erislandy Lara. This is a 40-year-old man we're speaking about right here, but still good enough to beat a lot of people at the top of the division. Now, if we talk about prime Erislandy Lara, if we talking about the Erislandy Lara that, fought Canelo Alvarez and Alfred Angulo and stuff like that, that'll be a much tougher fight because, there's a lot of people that have said that Jaron Ennis doesn't know how to cut off a ring. You see what I mean? With that Karen fight, I actually disagree with that. I think that he did everything he needed to do to win, and I thought he actually put on a great performance. I don't see how somebody could really be criticized or say that that fighter has been exposed when they literally won every single round. You see what I mean? So I do think that the movement and the overall boxing will give Jaron Ennis some fits, but it's too early for me to call who will win that fight because Jaron Ennis hasn't really fought anybody anywhere near that style. He hasn't fought like an elite level guy yet. So until he does that, I don't really know how to answer that. You know what I mean? Because Erislandy Lara has been through the fire. He's fought some Hall of Fame caliber type guys. He's beat top quality guys. I gotta see a little bit more from Jaron Ennis. I gotta see him in different scenarios and stuff like that. So that's a great fight. You know what I mean? It's a great fight. I would love to see that. I would love to see how Jaron Ennis would take on that situation. But Jaron Ennis is a monster, bro. He's a monster. And I'm rocking with him over Erislandy Lara any day. For real, for real. And I fuck with Lara easy. I fuck with Lara heavy. See, like Boxing Film says, Lara outboxes him. I don't know, bro. I think it'll be very difficult to outbox somebody like Jaron Ennis. Lara was robbed against Paul Williams and Marta Rosen in their first fight. Is Jaron Ennis my favorite fighter? He's definitely one of them. I say it's the 3 Bs. Benavidez, Boots, Ben Rodriguez. Those my guys, man, in no particular order. You know what I mean? My mind changes all the time. You know what I mean? I'll see a fight from Jaron Ennis and be like, yo, this is really my fucking guy right here. Then I watch Bam and I'm like, bro, this dude is the shit. Then I watch Benavidez and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker cold, bro. Like he a beast. You feel what I mean? So that's why I say in no particular order, because I feel different on different days. But let's get into Teofimo Lopez, man, because we having some great conversation. But I just want to stick to the topic for just this small amount of time. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be on here too long. You see what I mean? We got 26 people in the building. If we could get 26 likes, it'll be very much appreciated shit. If we already there, then, I'm definitely appreciative of that. But we got 22 likes, man. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. We got 25 people. Let's get 25 likes. Let's get 25 likes, man. It is very much appreciated. And like I said, we got to 1,800, man. So shout out to everybody that came together to, get that goal out of the way. You feel what I mean? But what's your take on Ben Whitaker? Do you think he has potential to be a champion? Well, I'll tell you what, he got some great athleticism. He's a great showman. Hand speed, accurate puncher. He looks talented. With the level of opposition that he's fighting right now, he shows that he's cut a grade above them. You see what I mean? So I don't know. He is fighting like UK level dudes at this point in time, from what I've been seeing. So based off of what he's been showing, he could probably do some things at light heavyweight. But in terms of being a world champion, I don't know. I gotta see a little bit more from him. Based off of the eye test, so far so good. But I do think that there's up and coming guys at the light heavyweight division who I believe are more promising. And maybe this is me being biased because I worked with the dude before. He's been a part of my gym, a part of my team. I've cornered some of his fights. I think Teofimo Burlton will have a lot to say about him. You see what I mean? So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into Teofimo Lopez. So I seen this post from somebody. I believe it was Kenneth Sims. Let's look at Kenneth Sims, social media. And I believe, I don't know where he got this article from or anything like that, but he had highlighted this section of the article right here. And according to this, it says Lopez, being Teofimo Lopez, was offered 4 potential opponents for the defense. A source with knowledge of the list told Fight Freaks Unite. That's a crazy ass name. Fight Freaks Unite. Wow. I never heard of them. Team Lopez selected Claggett, who is Sam Claggett, I believe, or Steve or Sam Claggett. I think, is it Steve or Sam Claggett? It was one of them. over top-ranked up-and-comer Raymond Mortataya, Kenneth Sims Jr., which was the guy who posted this, and Elvis Rodriguez, the source said. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that he put when the Kenneth Sims added to that. He said, like I've been saying, I want to smoke with all the top guys, but they clearly know what's up. Can't run forever. Hashtag team boss man. Okay, it's Steve Claggett. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so Lopez was offered 4 potential opponents for his defense, but Team Lopez selected Steve Claggett over up-and-coming fighters Raymond Mortataya, Kenneth Sims Jr., and Elvis Rodriguez. Now, Kenneth Sims Jr. has been on the scene a lot. You know what I mean? I think he came up short against a Philly fighter by the name of, Sam Tia. RIP to Sam Tia, man. That was an unfortunate situation. I think he came up short, but then, he had upsetted an up-and-coming prospect on Top Rank, which was a guy that was also mentioned in this list, Elvis Rodriguez. Elvis Rodriguez was knocking out everything moving at one point in time, and it seems like Kenneth Sims exposed him. You know what I mean? And as a result of him losing that fight, Top Rank dropped him, and Elvis Rodriguez had to redeem himself over at the PBC side. But apparently, for what I've been hearing, Elvis Rodriguez is no longer involved with the PBC, so I'm assuming that he's a free agent. You know what I'm saying? Who's who? Who y'all talking about? What we talking about? Who the fuck is that guy? Who we talking about? But yeah, man. So Kenneth Sims, he's calling out Teofimo Lopez. Oh yeah, Steve Claggett. Yeah, don't nobody know who he is. I believe his record like 37-8. And I think he been stopped one time. So I'm assuming he like a rough, rugged dude or whatever. But he's had like 2 draws as well. And you know what I'm saying? Just like a journeyman, bro. Like, how else can you describe this man? This man is a journeyman. Like, he's the number 1 dude at super lightweight in Canada. But there's only 13 fighters that are super lightweights in Canada right now. You know what I'm saying? 5'8", 70-inch reach. So he got some pretty long arms, pause. You see what I mean? For his height. But in terms of like what he's accomplished, bro, he's lost to somebody by the name of Matthew Germain, who's 18-2, that we never heard of. I don't even know how to pronounce this dude's name. Ulis Jr. I don't even know how to say his name. Danny O'Connor, I heard that name before. Chris Van Heerden, somebody who had gotten stopped by, I think, Connor Ben and Earl Spence Jr., Konstantin Ponomarov. This man done lost to everybody, bro. And from when I last checked, I think that Steve Claggett was ranked like number 13 in the WBO rankings or the WBO rankings. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So nobody really knows this dude. Somehow he's granted an opportunity over Mortataya. Now, Robert Garcia came on social media and told you that, Top Rank offered Raymond Mortataya to fight against Teofimo Lopez. They said yeah, and as a result, they chose Steve Claggett. So this is coming from multiple sources now. So I'm starting to believe that this is true. You see what I mean? Robert Garcia told you his part of the story, and it seems like based off of this article, it's a pretty similar story. And it seems like Kenneth Sims is confirming this on his social media. So you mean to tell me that this dude could have fought Raymond Mortataya, Kenneth Sims, and Elvis Rodriguez? You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. For real. If he would have fought either one of those 3 dudes, I wouldn't have been the most satisfied, but I would have been all right with it. If he'd have fought Elvis Rodriguez, I'd have been like, well, all right, that's a good John. Why not? You know what I mean? Raymond Mortataya, he just fought, what was it, 1 week, 2 weeks ago? I think it was last weekend. He did well. He had a solid opponent, and he was able to weather the storm and, outpoint the dude, outsmart the dude. Kenneth Sims Jr., he's a solid dude. He got some actual boxing skills. I think he underrated on the low, in all honesty. So, yeah, man. It's just unfortunate that Teofimo Lopez had plenty of options that would have been a lot better for boxing fans to enjoy, but instead he chooses a dude that boxing fans never heard of. You know what I'm saying? If we got to go on YouTube to look up this person's fight, and most likely that person shouldn't be fighting you, bro. We should already have an idea of who the fighter is when you select them. Like Elvis Rodriguez, I don't have to YouTube his fights. I've seen his fights plenty of times. Kenneth Sims, I don't really need to check YouTube for him. I've seen plenty of his fights. Raymond Mortataya. I know who Raymond Mortataya is. A lot of people don't know who he is because he's been under the radar type shit, but I've been watching him for a pretty long time, and I got a good idea of who he is as a fighter, so I don't need to watch him either. Steve Claggett, bro. Steve Claggett. How do Teofimo Lopez fans really justify this? Because if this ain't a cherry pick, then I don't know what is. And, you know, just for that, bro, I hope Steve Claggett beat Teofimo ass. I know that's far-fetched. You know, most likely based off of the style that I've seen Steve Claggett coming to the ring with, Teofimo should stop this man. If he don't stop Steve Claggett, then something's very wrong. You know what I mean? I remember when Shannon Briggs told Logan Paul that shit, but he was training him for KSI. He was like, yo, he said, Logan, if you don't stop KSI, something wrong. So that shit was funny as hell, man. That was a hell of a promotion. But no, bro, like, in all seriousness, if Teofimo Lopez fights Steve Claggett, bro, somebody who comes forward with reckless abandonment, you know, applies a lot of pressure, throws wide-ass shots, if Teofimo Lopez don't get him the fuck up out of that ring within 6 rounds, something's wrong. Something is wrong. What the fuck is even a Steve Claggett? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. On some real shit. You go from Ortiz to Claggett. Yeah, like that's a step down, bro. These dudes are taking steps down. Shakur Stevenson went from Edwin De Los Santos to Artem Harutyunyan. When, you know, either one of them dudes could have fought Raymond Mortataya. For real. Neither one of them looked in his direction. I want to know why. Why is the dude Artem the opponent that's being picked? Why is he the one that's being brought to the table? Why is he the one that is that's signing the contract to fight Shakur Stevenson? Why? Why not rematch Edwin De Los Santos? I would have rather have seen Shakur Stevenson get over these little injuries he was speaking about, get back in the gym, and rematch Edwin De Los Santos. Why not? Why is Artem more deserving of Edwin De Los Santos right now? I don't think Edwin De Los Santos, I think Edwin De Los Santos lined up with Rayo. Is he? But regardless, they had enough time to make that rematch happen, and they didn't. You feel me? I would rather see the rematch, bro. Rather see the rematch. That dude Artem, you know, he gave Frank Martin a competitive fight, but you know, he's a nobody, bro. And I don't know if the dude has fought since losing to Ryan Martin. Well, I'm sorry, Frank Martin. Let's check this out. Frank Martin. Let's check his last opponent. Artem Harutyunyan. And no, he has not came back since his loss to Frank Martin. All of a sudden, this man is about to get a title shot at lightweight for the WBC. Lightweight title of the world, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro. I would love to know how they're gonna sell this. How, like, as promoters, Bob Arum has been in the game for over 50 years, I believe. He's been in the mix. This man done promoted Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, Oscar De La Hoya, some of the biggest names the boxing world has ever seen. How the fuck is he gonna promote Shakur Stevenson, whose stock is at an all-time low right now, who's probably one of the most disliked fighters in the sport right now, if we're being honest, against Artem Harutyunyan? As a promoter, somebody that's working for Shakur Stevenson, you should be finding ways to make Shakur Stevenson look as good as possible, to make him as popular as possible. Promoter, you know what I mean? The first thing you hear in promoter is promote. You should be doing everything you can to promote your fighter to the best of your ability. You deciding that Shakur Stevenson should fight Artem Harutyunyan isn't making this dude look good at all. It's like the opposite of promoting him. You just vilifying the dude. You just trying to make this dude look bad. You see what I mean? So I don't know, bro. This shit is extremely frustrating, man. Teofimo Lopez fighting Steve Claggett. Shakur Stevenson fighting Artem Harutyunyan, bro. Like, it's unacceptable, bro. Like, and then you want me to pay for a subscription to like ESPN Plus or whatever to watch that fucking garbage, bro? Are you serious? Are you serious, bro? That's disgusting. Look, they talking about close his casket. He's out of here. That's crazy. And this man is undefeated, bro. Shakur Stevenson is a 3-division world champion. He's treated like he's a bum. And what's crazy is Shakur Stevenson might be the most promising fighter in boxing right now. He might be the most skilled dude in boxing. He might be the one in a couple years. He might be the future pound-for-pound #1 king. It may very well be possible. Shakur Stevenson is capable of beating everybody in order around his division. He's that talented. But there's been a series of moves that he's been making that has caused his reputation to go down the drain, bro. It all started with the 25% shit, whether it was real or not. The way he approached that situation lets you know that he more talk than he is bite. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no way you're going to be pumping your chest out here like you King Kong, saying how nobody could fuck with you and you ready for all the smoke and you different and you a bad motherfucker. Then somebody shoots a 25% off of your way or the idea of, you know, possibly fighting, and all of a sudden you want to put your businessman hat on and be like, oh, no, bro, I ain't taking no 25%. Oh, come on, man. Oh, and then try to go to the sanctioning body to have them try to do shit another way. Try to force that belt off of Devin Haney and shit like that, bro. That was a corny move right there. You acting like you ain't want that 25% offer after you was yapping your mouth this whole time made you look bad, and you allowed Devin Haney to get out of the door without any type of criticism. You made Devin Haney look good at the end of the day, because Devin Haney could put his hands up and be like, well, I offered the man to fight. He said no, so I'm going to just move on with my career. Now, Shakur Stevenson will be like, send me that contract. I'll take that 25% because I know I could beat you. And then Devin Haney don't actually send the contract, then it would have made Devin Haney look bad. You see what I mean? But I guess he wasn't thinking that shit through thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, he talking all this shit about Edwin De Los Santos and what he's going to do to him and all that shit. And then lays a fucking egg, bro. They already got you fighting on a Thursday night. So they're already putting you in a position where you're not going to generate the most revenue in terms of ticket sales and, you know, views on TV. And then you put on a terrible performance as if you're scared to get hit by this man. You know what I'm saying? So it was a terrible event in terms of having the fight happen on Thursday, and then a terrible performance on top of it. It's like Shakur Stevenson has been making bad move after bad move inside and outside of the ring. Anonymous says Shakur about to be on somebody's undercard. If it's a big fight, they'll definitely, and Shakur Stevenson ends up being involved in that card, they definitely put him on the undercard. Let's say like top rank, what top rank fighter they got right now? Let's say it's a big fight. Like, let's say they running back Tyson Fury and Usyk 2 or some shit like that. They'll put Shakur as like either the opening bout or the co-main event, bro. But he should very well be the main event every card that he has moving forward. And I want to know on some real shit, man. Like, what's going on with you and Keyshawn, bro? What's going on with you and Keyshawn? Because I see that Keyshawn is ranked in your sanctioning body. And I know that you talking about how you want every belt at 135. What the fuck Keyshawn supposed to do? Just sit there and wait for you to finish gathering all them belts so he could become world champion? He not about to stall his career out for you. So what the fuck? Like, so what's gonna happen? Y'all playing buddy right now like y'all would never fight each other. Bro, y'all are in the same division, and Keyshawn Davis is only a few fights away from fighting for a world title or possibly becoming a world champion. He's ranked in like very high on your sanctioning body. if I was to look up the WBC rankings at lightweight rankings, Keyshawn is very high up there. I'm telling you, he's very high up there. Shakur Stevenson, obviously, is a WBC lightweight champion. Bro, Keyshawn Davis is ranked number 3. Number 3, bro. It could be like Cepeda's number, and this is all according to WBCBoxing.com. I shared my screen with y'all. I got a bad habit of not doing that, but let's show it. Let's show it. So this is it right here. You see what I mean? Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for y'all to see and shit. Cause my vision terrible. I'm gonna need glasses in due time. But look at it. It's showing you right there, bro. It's showing you right here. Oh shit, hold up. What the fuck I just do? There you go. That's perfect. Keyshawn Davis is number 3, y'all. So y'all keep talking about this French shit, but then I've also heard Shakur Stevenson talk like he was Jamel Herring's friend, and then once he jumped up into Jamel Herring's weight class, all of a sudden he wanted to fight the motherfucker. Oh, you know, I know we friends, but he's in my way. Now you at 135 pounds, all of a sudden it sounds like you got selective smoke, bro. You know what I mean? Is Keyshawn Davis is going? You say you want all the belts at lightweight. So obviously, based off of that logic, that means that Keyshawn Davis isn't going to be allowed to fight for any of them belts because y'all friends, right? Well, he's supposed to sit there and wait for you to become undisputed and have a couple title defenses, and he'll just be sitting there just happy to be in the moment ass nigga. No, he want to be a world champion just like you. You know what I'm saying? He want to be a world champion just like you. He got ambitions just like you. The fact that you're that arrogant and is under this assumption that he's just going to sit there and be happy for you in the same division as you while you hold world titles and he don't got shit, bro. He trying to make a legacy for himself too. Motherfucker, yeah, G-Bo, niggas got selective smoke, man. Niggas got selective smoke. Like, it's crazy, bro. You was claiming Jamel Herring was your homie. Soon as you went from 126 to 130, you grabbed that belt off of you fought Jamel Herring first. You went from 126 to 130. You was claiming that Jamel Herring was your man. You made the fight happen, and you beat the dog shit out of him. Talking about, oh, you know, he's my friend, but you know he's in the way. He's in the way. Like what? So what if what you mean bigger than boxing? Bro, it don't matter. Bro, listen, don't be trying to defend this nut shit, bro. Film, don't be trying to defend this nut shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. Obviously, there's friends that you have that are closer than others. We understand that. I understand that him and Keyshawn are close. But that does not change the fact that they're in the same weight class. And let's remind you that Keyshawn Davis has been at lightweight longer than Shakur. Let's keep that in mind, right? So it's not like, you know, Keyshawn just came out of nowhere and you know, he's the one that jumped up in weight. No, Shakur was the one that jumped up in weight. He debuted at 126 pounds. He's progressively moved up to 135, and he's talking about having all the belts at 135. Now, Keyshawn, who is his own person, who's trying to make his own way and prove that he's the best, what the fuck is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to sit there and watch Shakur collect all of the belts? Or what if Keyshawn Davis gets a hold of one of these belts? What and Shakur Stevenson going to change the whole undisputed topic? Like what's going to happen with that? Let's say there's a situation where, you know, let's say Keyshawn ends up fighting the winner of Kambosos and Lomachenko somehow, some way. Let's say if that fight happens and Keyshawn comes out victorious and he becomes the IBF lightweight champion of the world. Are they just going to ignore each other while they sharing belts in the same division? Or are they going to have selective, or, you know, they only going to act hard body with certain people? He might just wait till he move up. Well, that's some sucker shit. That's some sucker shit. You stalling your career out while this other man is, you know, obtaining the fruits of his labor. That's sucker shit, bro. That would be some hoe-ass shit, bro. I'm going to sit here and stall my career in order to see you shine, bro. Fuck all that. You can't say that and then be like, oh, I'm the best in my division. I'm the best in my division, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You can't say that and then be like, oh, I'm the best in my division. I'm the best. Yeah, that's beta male shit, Lorenzo. Exactly. The fuck type of sense that make? Oh, I'm gonna sit here. It don't matter if they grew up together, bro. They in the same, bro. This is boxing. This is an individual sport. This is a dog eat, bro. This is how can I say it? Like dog eat dog sport. It's either you kill or you be killed in this joint, bro. This is boxing, man. And I heard Mike Tyson say one time, I think he said he fought his best man. I think his name was like Tony Tubbs or some shit. And the bull told him, yo, if you was really my friend, then you would fight me. Meaning like, yo, if you was really my friend, you would want to see me, be in a good financial situation. You should fight me. Yeah, like I don't see how Keyshawn would be okay with stalling his career out when he has ambitions of being world champion because his friend is conquering a division that he's sharing with him. What type of shit is that? Come on, man. There's no excuse, bro. It's not like these dudes, blood brothers like the Charlo brothers and shit, or the Klitschko brothers, where they pretty much got a solid reason as to why they not fighting, bro. They not blood, bro. It's cool. They can fight each other. There's plenty of friends that have fought each other. I've seen fighters with the same trainers fight each other. Like, come on. Yeah, Wilder and Helenius was sparring partners for years. Bro, Wilder knocked out his trainer. Wilder knocked out Malik Scott, and now Malik Scott his trainer. It's no excuse, really. It's really no excuse. Bro, if you really with the shits, how you claim to be, you gotta be like that with everybody. You gotta be like that with everybody. Unless, like I said, that's your twin or blood brother, whatever the situation is, had that smoke for everybody, bro. Be like, yo, that's my man's, bro. We close, but if we both champions in the same weight class, then we gotta make it happen. We never heard Shakur say that. Never heard him say that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's crazy. Yo, film. It's kind of crazy that you like providing some type of pushback on this because you got boxing within your name, right? Boxing film. You're invested in boxing, so wouldn't you want to see these guys fight each other? Shouldn't you be an advocate for these dudes fighting each other? You got boxing in your name, bro. Like you should be optimistic about the possibility of them fighting each other. They both very talented guys. They hella fighters. They some of the best in their division. Why not have them fight each other? Bro, fuck that, bro. Fuck friendship in boxing. Ain't no friends in this boxing shit. Caleb Plant told you that shit. Caleb Plant says, I ain't friends with nobody in my division. Real shit. They could be friends after the fight. They could be friends after the fight, counting money with each other. Y'all want to be friends? Y'all move up then. Move up then. If the loyalty that deep, the friendship that deep, get the fuck away from each other. Don't fight in the same division. Try and be champions in the same division. Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is a great response right there. If they great friends, they can separate business from friendship. Only gonna have an issue if one of them becomes jealous or some shit. And Shakur Stevenson is a very jealous individual. You know what I mean? From what I heard, him and Devin Haney were very close friends. Shakur used to stay at Devin crib. You know what I mean? They used to drive out the tournaments together. They used to drive out they used to take road trips for sparring sessions and shit like that. I heard that Bill Haney, the Haney family, used to take care of Shakur while he was under their roof. You see what I mean? And then they ended up their relationship ended up going sour. Man, I can't talk to boxing film, bro. I can't. He not understanding what I'm saying. I don't know, bro. I don't know. All I know is, friend or not, I ain't about to hold up my career and watch another nigga shine. I gotta make moves too. Any nigga that sit back and allow another nigga to shine, and you prioritizing them, they goes over your own. That's whole shit. Nah, I don't think you got a point, my brother. I don't agree with you at all. But you're entitled to your opinion. We could agree to disagree. It ain't an issue at all. Like I said, you entitled to your opinion. I'm not southpaw, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and block you because we got different opinions. You know what I'm saying? You're entitled to believe whatever you want. We could also possibly get Spence versus Charlo and their friends. They talk about rumbling each other. They was like, yo, if the money right, yeah. Nah, we don't block nobody. We don't block nobody for having a different opinion. Not at all. We rock. He's still that boy a part of boxing film, part of the nation, bro. We don't do none of that. That's corny shit. But I remember Spence and Charlo, they was good friends. And Spence said he was still fighting. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I don't know. I guess different people view shit different ways. But I just find it funny that Shakur, he got smoke for all these niggas, but certain people he don't cross boundaries with. I don't know. Him and Devin Haney was close friends, and he crossed him. Him and Richardson Hitchens was good friends from what I understand, and they don't seem to be on good terms no more. So what the fuck made Keyshawn so different? Yeah, Spence always said he'd fight him, and Charlo would always say nah. Well, that lets you know who confident and who not. Yeah, I did. I peeped that too. But then I remember Charlo was like, if it's for a good bag, then yeah, I'll fight him. So like his mind was starting to change as well. But being that Earl Spence most likely left Derrick James because of a money dispute, they might have a reason to fight each other now. They're not under the same stable anymore. Said I wonder why Shakur don't call out Tank like that. Yeah, his energy is a little different with Tank, for sure. He's always spoken about fighting Gervonta and shit like that, but he always says like, he's just a lot more respectful with Tank. And then on top of that, he always talks about how like that fight's gonna happen later down the line. So it seemed like he taking the marinating approach with Tank, but Devin Haney, he got so much animosity for it. And I got my beliefs as to why he really got something against Devin Haney. And I think it has a lot to do with jealousy, but that's just my personal opinion. I see a lot of jealousy in Shakur. He has like a lot of feminine characteristics about himself. That's all I'm gonna say. The boxing film says, what's going on with Jamel? Is he moving up? How the hell would I know? That boy been MIA since he got his ass whooped by Canelo. You see what I mean? That boy done took his check and bounced. We ain't see nothing from that man ever since then. So I don't know, bro. I follow his wife on social media. Her name like Shot Shy or something like that. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Very beautiful woman. And she don't even be posting them. So I don't know what the hell going on with Jamel. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with him. He come out soon. I know he had some legal trouble not too long ago, putting hands on women. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I have no idea what's up with Jamel. Jamel acting like he retired low key. He disappeared like Triple G did. Remember Triple G disappeared for a long ass time, and then like photos surfaced to him fat as hell with an energy drink. What the hell going on with Triple G? Oh, hold up. They did? Hold up. That's true? Nah, bro. Who refollow who? Who refollow who? You talking about Derek James and Earl? Who you talking about? Who you talking about, man? Cause I just checked Earl Spence Instagram. Oh, well, yeah, they. Oh, but that's a different situation. Oh, that's good. That's good, man. Keep your family together. You know what I'm saying? Keep your family together. That's what's good. That's what's up. Through the ups and the downs and shit like that, man, it's good to keep your family together. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, a lot of people not able to do those type of things. But shit, I was hoping that you was talking about Earl and Derek James for real, for real. That almost got me happy as hell. That's unfortunate, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all this too. I'm gonna wait for more information to come out, but this based off of what happens from like the details that come out from this situation, man, this is gonna determine whether I'm still a fan of Earl Spence or not. You know what I'm saying? My favorite Jamel Charlo KO was Charles Hatley and Erickson Lubin, for sure. That Charles Hatley one was vicious though. I ain't gonna lie to you. And the Jorge Cotto John, the Jorge Cotto John was nasty. Castaño definitely did disappear. Nah, but fuck, what was I saying? This situation that's happening between Derek James and Earl Spence right now, based off of the information that comes out about it, what ends up being true, what ends up not being true. This is gonna really decide whether I'm still an Earl Spence fan or not. Because if it turns out that he just shortened Derrick James because he just don't feel like paying him suddenly, then I'm gonna have a very big problem with that. Now, if it's a situation where like Derrick James is suddenly just asking for more money, because apparently from what I've been hearing, from what I've heard from people that I've had discussions with that got relationships with PBC and shit like that, they were saying that Earl Spence and Derrick James had a deal where he was getting like a percentage of like whatever Earl Spence made. You know what I mean? And I think that included because Earl Spence has had several pay-per-view events, right? So he gets back end pay as well. He gets paid. He gets a guaranteed person that he gets a percentage of the pay-per-view revenue, right? So I never heard Derrick James complain about money. I never heard Derrick James complain about money ever until Earl Spence's biggest fight against Terrence Crawford. So I'm assuming that Earl Spence was compensating Derrick James with the percentage of the pay-per-view as well. You know what I'm saying? So let's say Earl Spence gets 10 million guaranteed and then he makes an additional $15 million on the back end. So he leaves with 25 million in his pocket. So if Derrick James gets 10%, that's 2.5 million he's pocketing. Hypothetically speaking, that may not be accurate at all. But let's say that's the situation. Now, if it's a situation where now he gets the money from Terrence Crawford or whatever, and let's say he comes out with his career highest pay. Let's say Earl Spence walked away with like 40 million. Let's say he just walked away with 40. And then all of a sudden he don't want to give Derrick James 10% of that, then that's a huge problem for me. That just lets me know that Earl Spence is doing some snake shit, bro. And a lot of fighters do that type of thing where they'll build with the trainer, get to an elite level, and then once they start making a certain type of money, then they start feeling like they training not worth shit. And I've seen it happen multiple times, and that's why I lost a lot of respect for Triple G. I always thought Triple G was a turkey anyway with that whole Andre Ward situation, but when I seen how the way he treated Abel Sanchez promoted Triple G better than his fucking own promoter did. You see what I mean? He was the one that was saying Mexican style and all that shit. Had the Mexican fans behind Triple G, and he was the one. He was one of the people that really forced Canelo's hand. He was one of very few people that had successfully forced Canelo's hand, like question him being like a Mexican fighter and shit like that. That really got under Canelo Alvarez's skin, and Canelo took that shit personal. You see what I mean? So he was one of very few people that was able to get underneath Canelo's skin and made him question his integrity, his pride. You see what I mean? So it was sad to see Triple G get this huge deal from the Zone. I believe it was like a 9-figure deal. And then all of a sudden, he walks away from Abel Sanchez. You know what I mean? And from what I've understood, Abel Sanchez was training at his gym one day, and Triple G walked in when nobody knew him, and they started working from there. They built a name off of each other from the ground up, bro. Building with each other. As soon as Triple G gets to the point that he wants to get to financially, then he starts, giving his trainer problems in terms of what he feels like he's worth or what he deserves. Same shit. No, bro. I mean, I could pull it up right here for you. He signed a big deal with the Zone. Look, see? Let's share the screen right here. These are all facts. I don't be lying about this type of shit, bro. When he was with HBO and he was beating up on everybody, it was all good, right? So this is an article from 2022, right? Let's see. Let me see if I can highlight. Okay, look at this paragraph right here. While his career won't end Saturday night, Golovkin confirmed that his third showdown with Alvarez will mark the conclusion of his exclusive contract with the Zone. Golovkin and the Zone announced a 6-fight agreement in March 2019 that was supposed to pay him more than $100 million, but it will end after his 5th appearance with the streaming service Saturday night. More than $100 million. Word choice is very important in that. More than $100 million. 9 figures, dog. And once he got that deal, that's when he pretty much kicked Abel Sanchez to the curb and left him with nothing. When Abel Sanchez helped that man develop the reputation that he had. Triple G was one of the most feared motherfuckers in boxing at one point. And a lot of that was due to, Abel Sanchez running his mouth. You see what I mean? Daniel Jacobs did the same shit. Daniel Jacobs stepped away from Andre Rozier. Andre Rozier was with Daniel Jacobs his whole time frame of being a boxer. Daniel Jacobs went through cancer and all types of stuff, came back into the sport. Andre Rozier was there. I believe I forgot exactly what Daniel Jacobs' situation was, but he split from his trainer due to money issues as well. He lowballed Andre Rozier. Trainers go through a lot of bullshit, man. It's just never really spoken about because, trainers aren't really the main characters at the end of the day. You know what I mean? They're not really the main characters. So nobody really cares to share the light on them. They just want to talk about the fighters, but nobody really talks about what trainers go through. They go through just as much shit as boxers, if not more. Nobody gets fucked over in boxing more than the trainer. And that's just the reality of the situation, man. So I think we cover all the topics that we had today. Was Jacobs' first fight back after his cancer treatment? Nah. He fought for a few years after that. When did he get diagnosed? Daniel Jacobs. It was in 2011 that he got diagnosed with cancer. You know what I'm saying? He had a 2-year battle with bone cancer. He dealt with that for 2 years. So from 2011 to 2013, I believe, and he came back after that. So if we check BoxRec to really get an idea, let's see. Let's see. Wait, was this motherfucker fighting with cancer while this was going on? Because it's not showing like no types of like delays in his career. Because it says, according to Google, hold up. May 2011. Bro, he fought in March of 2011. Oh, okay, he disappeared for like a year and 7 months. Okay, never mind. I was about to say, what the fuck? So that he came back after the fact. Yeah, he fought a lot of fights before he got back with Peter Quillen. Yeah, thankless job. That's a fact. That's a great way to put it, Jibo. Boxing trainers build fighters from the ground up, put a lot of money into them, sacrifice a lot of money for them, spend so many hours in the gym with them. You know what I mean? Watch them grow up. And not only are boxing trainers, but they therapists. You know what I mean? They could be father figures, they could be whole types of shit. And you know, they'll build with a fighter all the way to the top, just for a fighter at the end to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go train with somebody else. I've learned everything I learned with you. I gotta get up out of here. And just leave the fighter in the dust. That's why I respect certain fighters that like value loyalty with their trainers, man. I don't rock with Canelo, but I love how the way he took care of his people. Eddie and Chepo Reynoso, they don't never gotta work a day in their life again. If you Teddy, you also a fireman. You petty for that, Lorenzo. I thought people were so motivated by that. Yeah, man, we're firemen, man. Yeah, Teddy Atlas, man. He fucking motivated me, man. I could run through a fucking brick wall right now, man. I'm a fireman. I'm like, bro, like Teddy don't be saying shit, bro. I don't know. I don't fuck with Teddy. So maybe I was just hating on him. I don't know. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I pretty much covered every topic that I could cover today, man. I've been on here for an hour and a half. I need to take my ass to sleep and get ready for my morning tomorrow, man. My son about to wake up in a little bit, so I'm gonna go feed him and all that shit. And then I gotta get ready for a long day tomorrow, man. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll be back at y'all with some more videos tomorrow, man. I'm gonna try to think of some videos to put together. You know what I mean? And then I'll be on live tomorrow night as well. So shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. We had a great live, you know, very well viewed live as well. You know what I'm saying? Definitely good times, G-Bo. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to Ansar, man, for shouting out my little man, man. I appreciate that very much. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'll be back at y'all with the content tomorrow, man. Shout out to everybody that helped contribute. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, real quick. I just got a cash app for somebody. This is Karma. Karma, what you talking about? Karma, shout out to Karma with the $25 super chat. She says, "Stop the Canelo hate." Karma, I'm not even about to get into this with you, but thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you very much. You're a big supporter of mine. So, no, you know what I mean? We definitely gonna keep it 1,000 with Canelo Alvarez at all times, but I appreciate you coming on and showing me love. You know what I mean? It is very much appreciated. So I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. This is Mazuma TV signing off. Peace.